And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on TMJ4 News at 4. I'm Susan Kim.
And I'm Steve Shamraz. We've had a bit of a day across
what an afternoon it
Wisconsin.
was. Yeah.
Those sudden tornado warnings had our phones in the newsroom screaming for the better part of an hour today as that line of storms raced across southeast Wisconsin. Okay,
so this all started when tornado warnings popped up for Jefferson and Waukesha counties. I took this video from my basement as the storm came through western Waukesha County.
The National Weather Service confirms there was a tornado on the ground in Merton in Waukesha County and Burlington in Racine County. One viewer sent in this video of a spin-up tornado forming in the West Allis, West Milwaukee area.
So interesting. So we have team coverage of the October tornadoes for you. Meteorologist Brendan Johnson is in our storm chaser for us.
Uba Ali checking out the damage in West Allis.
But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky with just more on what happened this afternoon, Brian.
Definitely a wild day, guys. I got the radar looped back a few hours between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and we had a line of showers. I mean, there was no lightning with this line of showers that moved through, but the wind profiles were just right. There was a perfect amount of shear, directional shear, and speed shear. South wind out ahead of this line, west wind behind it. Just the right ingredients to spin up these probably low-end tornadoes across southeastern Wisconsin. Here's the current radar look. As of right now, we are dry, and as we take a look outside, again, we're looking at a little bit of sunshine. Also a bit windy, winds out of the west at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but some gusts over 20 miles per hour. Look at the blue skies. We were talking tornadoes just a couple hours ago. 58 degrees in Milwaukee, winds out of the west at 10 miles per hour. So here's the next 12 hours. We'll see potentially some more showers, probably arriving 8, 9 o'clock. We're going to fine tune that forecast coming up. And then through the night tonight, temperatures falling into the 40s. But back to the storms. We're going to head out to meteorologist Brendan Johnson, who took the reins this morning as this wild weather started to unfold. Brendan, you're in West Allis. What are you seeing?
You know, Niz, it's one thing to be back in the Weather Center seeing all this on radar. It's another to be out in the field. Take a look here behind me. A number of trees just torn apart by these very isolated tornadoes that rolled through here earlier this morning into the afternoon. We actually talked to the gentleman who took a video not too far from here. We're actually on 72nd and Beloit, just steps away from that intersection here in West Allis. Took a video. He's trying to get home to close his windows and actually encountered that rotation, that potential tornado. We'll be learning a little bit more about all the damage across the area. But one thing that I am seeing is that we don't have any instances of structural damage, rather tree damage, and any structural damage that has happened, at least in this area, is a result of those trees coming down. So far this year, 21 tornadoes reported in Wisconsin, likely to change perhaps tomorrow when the National Weather Service survey teams scour through the area, going through all those damage reports and figuring out where those paths are, and ultimately adding to that total. For now, live in West Allis, meteorologist Brendan Johnson, TMJ4 News. We'll send it back to Brian in the studio.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brendan. Again, looks like low-end tornado damage there in West Allis. And joining our coverage in West Allis is Uba Ali. And Uba, behind you, looks like you got some people cleaning up as well.
Yeah, and that cleanup just now beginning. I'm on 71st and Arthur here in West Allis, and you can really see that damage. We've got trees scattered across several streets. But I really want to show you how big. We're not talking flimsy tree limbs. We're talking some pretty big branches falling off of trees. Now, this home was narrowly missed by several trees. This is the homeowner. You can see him trying to dig out and trying to piece together what's left of his home. His awning did break off. He has a broken window, and right now he is without power. He says he's been trying to get through to some electricity companies, having a really hard time doing that. Now, some residents I spoke to tell me that all this damage happened in seconds.
For about 30 seconds, it seemed like it was the end of the world outside. Really bad winds.
Did you think, you know, just in seconds this much damage could be done?
No, I've never seen anything like it.
Now, Now, Wisconsinites helping one another is nothing new, but it is on full display right behind me. You can see as people get off of work, they're surveying what's going on. A lot of people coming up to one another and asking, what can I do? What do you need? Do you need a leaf blower? It's amazing to see how we can undig one another from, a situation like this. It's just all hands on deck right here in West Allis. For now, live on 71st and Arthur, I'm Uba Ali. Steve.
Yeah, residents have shown they help each other in times of need. Thanks so much.
This is the time you see extension cords run into backyards and across streets as neighbors with power get it to those who don't have it right now. Uba, thanks. Get your forecast at your fingertips. Follow Storm Team 4 online or wherever it is you stream us.